Go Pack Go. Did y'all enjoy the COVID-19 2020 draft? I did. Can you feel the love? Can you feel the love? What's cracking with you, Pack Nation? What is packing with you, Pack Nation? KHTV back with another video. Shout out to the new subscribers. Congratulations to the 2020 draft class of the Green Bay Packers. A lot of angry fans. A lot of angry fans out there right now with the way this draft went with the Green Bay Packers. A lot of angry Green Bay Packer reporters. A lot of analysts trying to figure out how the Green Bay Packers went about this draft. A lot of weird stuff going on social media. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, people not really liking what the Packers did in this draft as far as taking a quarterback in the first round, which was an interesting pick when it first happened. You know, I was thinking about it like, quarterback now? You know, some people was I thought we would try to go after Trevor Lawrence if he was going to come out next year. And some other people thought about that too, Trevor Lawrence being the next quarterback that the Green Bay Packers would draft. But I guess this is the guy that Matt LaFleur really wanted. You know, maybe Brian Gutekunst said, hey man, I'm going to let you get the first. I'm going to let you, whoever you want the most, that'll be the first round pick. And that's who he wanted, man. That's who Matt LaFleur wanted us to draft, and that's what we got to live with. Majority of the fans wanted us to get a receiver. Get a receiver. Get a receiver. We got a receiver. We got Devin Funchess in free agency. We need a linebacker. We got a linebacker in free agency. We need a defensive tackle. We got a defensive tackle in free agency. Now, I know everybody was anticipating the NFL's beauty pageant where we could go out here and pick the prettiest girl out of the bunch, and the Green Bay Packers felt the sexiest bitch available was Jordan Love. No disrespect, just an analogy. And to me, it makes sense now. I mean, I don't want to be watching the Green Bay Packer game and got to sit there and hope that Scott Tolzien don't have a fumble sack recovery for a fucking touchdown and we lose the game. Because we hoping that he have a heroic moment to win us a game if the game is close. I don't want to be going through that. To be truthfully honest, I thought the Green Bay Packers, if we were going to draft a quarterback this year, I thought it would be Jalen Hurts. That's just who I thought it was going to be. But Green Bay Packers stuck their neck out there and traded up for 4 picks with the Dolphins to get a backup / replacement for the future. And what's wrong with thinking about the future? You as an organization, we should always be thinking about the future. You know what I mean? You don't want to be thinking about the past. I mean, yeah, the Broncos did that and they got rewarded with the Super Bowl from it, but then look at them now. Now they're going through the quarterback circuits. Trying to find somebody after dealing with an old quarterback. Dealing with the past. Aaron Rodgers is it. He's been there for damn near, 14 years as a starter? He is our past quarterback. We need to be thinking about the next 15 years. This is just the way Green Bay do things. We are a draft and development team. Brian Gutekunst also stated that he was going to lean on the wisdom of Ted Thompson. That's what he said. So you can see why some of those picks are what they are. They have a Ted Thompson type of feel to it. But I told y'all in previous videos that we're trying to get rid of all of the bad Ted Thompson draft picks. Well, there's only 3 people left from the Ted Thompson draft picks left on the roster. We got a receiver, Devin Funchess. We got some linebackers. We got a defensive tackle in the free agency. We got Aaron Rodgers some weapons. Remember, these guys are rookies. All of these receivers that got picked, majority of them went to sorry-ass teams with mediocre quarterbacks. CeeDee Lamb, he got drafted by the Cowboys, but he got Dak Prescott throwing the ball to him. Unless Mike McCarthy can work his magic and fix Dak Prescott. We drafted receivers in 2018. What's the point of bringing in another receiver that's going to put pressure not only on the player we drafted trying to, get a position, but it's going to play on him mentally. Like, damn. I mean, give me a chance. I had a couple of injuries. Mike McCarthy got fired. We had to deal with Joe Philbin for a little bit. We didn't know who y'all was going to hire as a coach. We got to learn a new playbook, new verbiage. Aaron Rodgers got to change the way he play the quarterback position. He just can't wing it out there no more. You got to be in a more structured system that's basically designed to run the football. We're not going to be a pass-happy team no more. We're going to run the football. If we could run the football, it takes pressure off of Aaron Rodgers. That explains why we got all of the blockers in the 6th round. That explains why we got the tight end that we're going to put at fullback. That explains why we got the running back. It's Matt LaFleur's system. Y'all need to get out of the McCarthy age, man. McCarthy is gone. We need to let these receivers that we drafted in 2018 and whoever we pick up in free agency, we need to let these guys have a chance to develop. Now they're going into their 3rd year with the receivers that we got. We picked up Devin Funchess, who should be entering his prime, who's familiar with this offense, with the run-first offense. We're being over there with the Carolina Panthers, who went all defense in the draft. Man, they really trying to go stop Drew Brees and Brady. But anyway, I love what Brian Gutekunst did with this draft. All of the begging for a receiver, all of the begging for a linebacker. We got that. We got that. We just gotta see how the product is going to look once it's on the field. Now, we know Jordan Love is Matt LaFleur's Ferrari, and he can't wait to test drive that motherfucker. He can't wait. But it's going to be problems with that, not only with Jordan Love being drafted along with the other guys we drafted, but with the whole team, and it's going to affect every team. With the, public safety health scare that we're going through right now. Matt LaFleur, I know he can't wait to get hands-on with Jordan Love to just see what he got, see what he can do. There's nothing else that Matt LaFleur can tell Aaron Rodgers. There's nothing else he can tell Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is one of the smartest quarterbacks in the NFL by SAT scores. I think next to Ryan Fitzpatrick, I think he might have the highest SAT score out of all the quarterbacks. But anyway, there's nothing else Matt LaFleur can tell Aaron Rodgers. All they can do together is come up with a game plan each and every Sunday, come up with the script, make sure that the script is going to be ran the right way. There's nothing else he could tell him. But now that we have the alleged quarterback of the future, Jordan Love, now he could, see what he got. It's not like Matt LaFleur hasn't been around quarterbacks that have went to the Super Bowl. He's been around Matt Ryan. He's been around Jared Goff. So he has some kind of knowledge behind, grooming a quarterback. But right now ain't the time where we're going to see that. Aaron Rodgers still has 4 years left possibly on his contract. And if he's able to fully commit to the system, because it kind of looked like it was a struggle last year with some of the play calls. Aaron Rodgers kind of got a little frustrated, and that's going to happen when when you're learning a new system. I mean, for crying out loud, we went 13-3. And we won games ugly, but we still went 13-3. Not every game is supposed to be Aaron Rodgers throwing for 360 yards and 4 or 5 touchdowns, and he's glorified and raised upon the eyes of the crowd as the greatest quarterback ever. No. Sometimes the story don't play out like that. Sometimes there's a struggle to get to where you want to get and be where you want to be. So we need to just stop overreacting over this draft. Now, don't let the media sucker you into their emotional feelings over what the Green Bay Packers did. They're not in the war room. They're not in the offices with the Green Bay Packer organization. They're not in those rooms. They don't know what's being discussed. They don't know what the Packers are really looking at. That's why I told y'all why I don't give a fuck about getting too invested into the draft. Because it's never going to go the way y'all think it's going to go. Yeah, I have these projections, and this is what my draft board looks like, and they should draft this guy. I mean, yeah, it could be fun. It's all in fun. I get it. I understand it. Some people want to see if they write about the picks that the way that the draft is going to go. Like I said, trades always screw things up in drafts. People always want to do a mock draft without the thought of a trade, or who has the most picks to where they can trade like that. Plus, we don't even really know what the teams are really looking at. Now, after the draft and seeing these picks, I could see a little bit of copycatish type of players that the Packers went and got, kind of like the Niners, you know what I'm saying, with the, drafting the tight end and the offensive lineman, running the ball with getting a running back, mixing it up with different running backs and having a bruiser tight end. I mean, think about what the Niners did. Sometimes they ran the ball with George Kittle. He ran the ball. Their receivers ran the ball. I don't even think the Niners had a 1,000-yard receiver on their team. They basically was just handing the ball off to everybody. Executing the run blocking scheme. People forget that this is a run first team. This ain't no pass happy ass team no more. We need to let Rashawn Gary develop. He going into his second year. Like I keep saying, some of these guys, when they get into the NFL, it's kind of like a culture shock, man. They're away from their families. They got to learn a new playbook. They got to get adjusted to the new surroundings that they in. We got Alan Lazard. We got MVS. We got Equinemius St. Brown. We got Robert Tonyan. We got Jay Sternberger, who they already said was going to fill in a void at the slot position. Man, us drafting a quarterback, this team is totally changed. This team was changed when we hired Matt LaFleur. When we brought in Brian Gutekunst as the new GM. This team been changed. What are y'all talking about? Y'all don't think Aaron Rodgers can survive 4 more years in this offense? Where we going to be running the ball majority of the time? Taking the pressure off of him? We didn't get him any weapons. The Green Bay Packers are going to get Aaron Rodgers weapons through free agency. I told you guys we're going to get a bunch of ancillary players that's, got some veteran savvy to them that want to win. Okay, yeah, some rookie players can make an impact. Some can. But everybody ain't motherfucking Randy Moss. None of them guys that got drafted in this draft is Randy Moss. Henry Ruggs went to the Raiders. He went Derek Carr. I get it. Yeah, he'll look much better if he was with Aaron Rodgers. But we're not a pass-happy team. We're a run-first team. That's what we're changed to. The McCarthy system is over there in Dallas. All right? So, y'all just need to relax, man, and wait and see what the product is going to look like before we just start judging. Man, this guy, phooey. Give these guys a chance, man. Draft and develop. Ted Thompson style, baby. Who is Ted Thompson? Who is Goop going to get majority of his advice going into a draft? He's going to get it from Ted Thompson. Does that ring a fucking bell to people now? He's going to get it from Ted Thompson. He ain't calling Belichick up. He ain't calling Andy Reid asking them for advice. Man, hey, what are you guys thinking about? No. Everything is in-house. I believe the draft picks we got, I love all of the draft picks we got. Well, some was questionable. I mean, one of the offensive linemen, I'm like, he really going to be a project. Simon, he's really going to be a project. But I like the Michigan offensive lineman we got a lot, his dad used to play for the Eagles, so and they both play the same position. We got offensive line depth. We got a lot of offensive linemen. I'm happy about that. Get as many offensive linemen as you can get. Get as many as you can get. We add a veteran over there, Wagner, just to be that extra coach. They help the young guys out. He not going to be there for long. We need to stop living in a fantasy world, man. Like we know what's best for the team. We don't know. We don't know what they thinking. Crying and pissed off and mad. This pick doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Makes sense to me. Like I said, I'm not trying to be watching no Packer game with Scott Tolzien. No disrespect to Scott Tolzien. But I'm not trying to watch no fumble sack recovery for a fucking touchdown. Losing. Not saying that Jordan Love is going to come in there and be a spark. But I like his chances better than I like Scott Tolzien. So we just need to relax and see what the trainers and the coaching staff is going to do with this team to get them prepared. Remember, we was at the NFC Championship last year. We made it to the NFC Championship last year with a team that struggled. Wasn't pretty, but we won 13 games. Now we have something to build on. Now we could, take away the mistakes that we made last year. Matt LaFleur will make adjustments on how he deals with short yardage. That's why I think we got the big running back. Because Jamal Williams was not cutting it when we was on 4th and 1, 4th and 2. Just wasn't cutting it. Now that we got somebody that's going to bull throws through there like Saquon Barkley, we don't need to be struggling at 1st and goal no more, where we got to force Aaron Rodgers to try to throw the ball in tight coverage. Remember that mistake we made against the Eagles? If we could have ran the ball up the middle with A.J. Dillon, would have made a difference, wouldn't it? I'm just saying. So let's relax and see what the Packers organization is going to do to get these guys ready to play Packer football and get to another championship. Now give me a Go Pack Go.